The fast-track returns policy of a major active clothing retailer is designed for customer convenience, allowing immediate refunds upon scanning a return label at a post office or specified location, even before the merchandise is mailed back. Customers print the return label, scan it at a designated spot, and their refund is processed within hours, streamlining the return experience. This policy aims to enhance customer satisfaction by providing a swift and hassle-free return process, ensuring that refunds are issued quickly without waiting for the returned item to reach the retailer's warehouse. Aloha, bonjour, hello, hola, hujambo, marhaba, namaste, ni hao, everyone, welcome to Crime Watch Vault. This story takes us to Marysville and Stanwood, Washington, where the Almal sisters reside. Marysville is a city in Snohomish County located approximately 35 miles north of Seattle. Known for its suburban feel, Marysville offers a mix of residential neighborhoods and commercial areas. Stanwood, situated a bit further north in Snohomish County, is a smaller, more rural community. Both locations provided a suitable base for the sisters' operations, allowing them to remain relatively inconspicuous while coordinating their fraudulent activities across multiple states. Their residence in these areas facilitated their frequent travel to various retail stores to carry out the returns involved in there. The sisters Shahad Almanshuri 33, Ragad Almanshuri 32, Dunya Almetzel 29, Layla Almanshuri 27, and Nahum Almanshuri 25 placed frequent online orders from the retailer, often requesting return labels even before the items were delivered. Their familial bond and trust facilitated their coordinated efforts, allowing them to operate effectively over an extended period. Each sister played a specific role in the scheme, from ordering products to processing returns and handling financial transactions, making their operation both efficient and difficult to detect initially. This proactive approach ensured they could initiate the return process as soon as the labels were received. Upon receiving the return labels via email, the sisters visited post office self-service counters to scan the labels. This action triggered the fast-track return system to issue a gift card credit via email within 2 hours without the actual merchandise being mailed back. Instead of mailing back the items, the sisters traveled across various states including Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Michigan, Nevada, Oregon, and Washington. They returned the merchandise in physical stores to receive a second refund, this time credited to their debit cards. The sisters utilized the initial gift card credits to purchase more goods from the retailer, perpetuating the cycle of fraud. By continuously buying and returning items, they maximized their fraudulent gains. The sisters often traveled together to make the returns and coordinated their activities to optimize the scheme's efficiency. They shared the proceeds by transferring money among themselves, ensuring each participant received a portion of the illicit profits. The retailer systems first detected the high volume of returns linked to the sisters' accounts. Multiple returns, especially for high-value items, suggested a potential issue. The timing of the return requests and the method scanning labels without mailing items triggered further suspicion. The system noticed the discrepancy between the label scans and the lack of returned merchandise. The sisters' strategy of returning items in various store locations across multiple states added another layer of complexity. However, the retailer's centralized data system identified this pattern as irregular and worthy of deeper investigation. Retail investigators cross-referenced the return transactions with shipment records, identifying that the items were not being mailed back as expected. The retailer reviewed surveillance footage from the stores where the returns were made. This footage showed the same individuals making multiple returns, further corroborating the pattern of fraud. Detailed scrutiny of the customer accounts involved revealed consistent patterns of ordering, requesting return labels, and immediate returns without shipment. This analysis provided critical evidence of coordinated fraud. Once the retailer gathered sufficient internal evidence, the case was referred to law enforcement agencies, specifically Homeland Security Investigations (HSI) and the U.S. Postal Inspection Service (USPS). These agencies have specialized units for handling complex fraud cases. HSI, which focuses on investigating crimes that threaten national security including organized retail crime, took the lead in the investigation. Their expertise in dealing with large-scale fraud was crucial in building a strong case against the sisters. The USPS was involved due to the use of the postal system in the fraud. The agency has jurisdiction over crimes involving mail and played a key role in tracking the return label scans and the non-returned items. Surveillance played a pivotal role in the investigation. Law enforcement conducted both physical and digital surveillance to monitor the sisters' activities. Physical surveillance included tracking their movements and actions during in-store returns. This provided concrete evidence of the sisters' involvement and their coordinated efforts. Digital forensics, on the other hand, involved analyzing email communications, transaction histories, and the financial trail left by the fraudulent returns. The combination of these surveillance methods painted a clear picture of the scheme and the individuals involved. The investigation into the Almal sisters' activities was thorough and multifaceted. Retail investigators initially flagged the suspicious activity, leading to a detailed internal review. The retailer's fraud detection team analyzed transaction records, shipment data, and customer accounts to identify patterns and discrepancies. This internal investigation provided substantial evidence which was then shared with law enforcement agencies. HSI and USPS conducted their own investigations, utilizing their resources and expertise to gather additional evidence. This included financial analysis to trace the flow of funds from the fraudulent returns and establish the full extent of the scheme. In June 2024, the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Western District of Washington announced the indictment of the Almal sisters. They were charged with conspiracy to commit mail fraud and 24 counts of mail fraud. The indictment detailed how the sisters exploited the retailer's return policy and orchestrated their fraudulent activities. Following the indictment, the sisters were arrested in coordinated operations to prevent any attempts to flee or destroy evidence. They made initial court appearances where the charges were formally presented and bail was set with conditions to ensure they did not continue their fraudulent activities. The sisters made their initial court appearances in the U.S. District Court for the Western District of Washington. During these appearances, they were formally charged with conspiracy to commit mail fraud and multiple counts of mail fraud. Bail was set with conditions imposed to ensure they did not continue their fraudulent activities or attempt to flee. The indictment outlined how the sisters conspired to exploit the retailer's return policy by scanning return labels without mailing the merchandise and obtaining multiple refunds for the same items. The 24 counts of mail fraud were based on specific instances where the sisters used the postal system to carry out their scheme. Each count detailed a separate occurrence of fraudulent activity, reinforcing the systematic nature of their actions. The legal proceedings against the Almal sisters are ongoing. Each charge of mail fraud carries a maximum penalty of 20 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. The prosecution, led by Assistant United States Attorney Rachel Yemeni, is working to present a comprehensive case that highlights the systematic and deliberate nature of the sisters' fraudulent activities. The ongoing legal process aims to hold the sisters accountable and serves as a deterrent to others considering similar fraudulent schemes. The fast-track returns policy, while designed to enhance customer satisfaction, had inherent vulnerabilities that the sisters exploited. Retailers must carefully evaluate and test their policies to identify and mitigate potential abuse points. Striking a balance between providing a seamless customer experience and ensuring robust security measures is crucial. Retailers may need to implement additional verification steps or limit the immediate issuance of refunds to prevent similar fraud. The incident highlights the importance of robust fraud detection systems and the need to regularly review and update return policies to close potential loopholes. Balancing customer convenience with security is crucial to prevent abuse of return programs. Retailers should invest in advanced data analytics and surveillance technologies to detect and respond to fraudulent activities promptly. The successful investigation and prosecution of this case demonstrate the value of interagency cooperation. Sharing information and resources can enhance the effectiveness of combating organized retail crime. The case also emphasizes the importance of digital forensics and financial analysis in uncovering complex fraud schemes. Legal actions against perpetrators serve as a deterrent and reinforce the message that fraud will not be tolerated. The Seattle retailer return program fraud orchestrated by the Almal sisters was a sophisticated scheme that exploited the vulnerabilities of a customer-friendly return policy. Through coordinated efforts, meticulous planning, and exploitation of system loopholes, the sisters managed to defraud a major retailer of over $1 million. The unraveling of their scheme involved advanced fraud detection by the retailer, collaborative investigation by law enforcement agencies, and comprehensive surveillance and data analysis. The case underscores the ongoing challenges faced by retailers in preventing fraud and highlights the importance of robust security measures and interagency cooperation in addressing organized retail crime. As the retail industry evolves, continuous vigilance and adaptation are essential to protect against sophisticated fraudulent activities. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. Till next time, bye.